we are going to start the meeting. Kathy has something she wants to say first. Then I'm going to request, without objection, I'm going to request that we do the remaining membership issues. I think we have 3 more before we go to the board action items. I will ask that, and that includes Wade. Wade's still on here. Where's Wade? Okay, so Kathy, before we open.
Okay, all I wanted to do was, for those of you, anybody that doesn't know, our chairperson got appointed from President Obama to the National Advisory Council of Indian Education. So I'd like to congratulate him for that. You guys, it's huge. This is huge. I mean, this does not happen all the time. And I just want to say I appreciate that, and we'll be giving you some input to take with you. And we have a cake for you to celebrate yours, which is our accomplishments also. So congratulations.
A retirement cake for your layover. No, what I already pledged to Kathy is when Kathy was our YEA director, she would bring together Title VII, JOM, our travel education divisions, local administrators, and collaborate on Indian education for our kids. So one of the first things I'm going to do is to advocate for demonstration project money so that we can facilitate that happening in communities where our kids go to public schools, not necessarily only our schools, and so that we can give money to facilitate that kind of collaboration and then ongoing incentive money. And I learned that from Kathy Abramson, so I want to recognize Kathy's leadership there. Thank you.
So there's cake back there, and if you guys want to, while you're sitting there, go get some cake and enjoy the show.
Don't throw cake. DJ said let them eat cake.
I did not.
All right, so we are opening the September 1st, 2015 meeting of the Travel Board of Directors. We're in Sault Ste. Marie. And on our agenda we have, under resolutions, ACFS, Native Employment Works, Judicial Services, Law Enforcement Cops TRGP 2011, Law Enforcement FEMA Emergency Operations, Health Division Healthy Start Grant, PIC Grant Farm to School Project Evaluation, amending Chapter 34 Personal Protection Orders Injunctions, Unit 3 2% fall distribution. Under new business, we have relinquishments, mass fall meeting travel, and co-captains, Great Lakes Conservation Committee. With that, what's the pleasure of the board?
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carries. We had a potential add-on. We had a limited waiver this morning.
Motion to suspend the rules.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and second to suspend the rules to add the limited waiver for Danielle Willis. Wait, we have to do those.
Without objection, we're going to remove that.
Okay, hold on, let me do this one first. All right, so all in favor of suspending the rules to add that limited waiver, no, partial waiver, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carries. There was a request to review more carefully amending Chapter 34 Personal Protection Orders. Without objection, that one will be removed from the agenda. Hearing no objection, so we have more time to review that. And I think, and without objection, we will go back into membership issues for 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Wow. You guys took our whole hour.
Yeah, that's right.
No. All right,
First, we can recess and reconvene after membership issues are done.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
So the motion and second are to recess and reconvene after the membership issues that we have are done.
Yes.
So that's 3 people. That's Wade, Betty, and Janet.
Good time to go get some cake.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstaining? Motion carries. Okay. Janet, you're still doing yours. What are
Yeah,
they?
still doing.
Open or closed?
Mine are.
Okay, Betty's are closed. And Wade's are open. So Wade, you have the floor.
Thank you, Aaron.
First, Aaron, congratulations. You know, thank you on behalf of me and my family. My one issue is about the trout issue in that. When we do protocol, what I'm wondering is because GLRC, there is a protocol when it comes to this intertribal zone, what we're talking about and stuff with this trout issue. And I'm just wondering why we're not following protocol. Because, you know, it's too lengthy to really start reading right now, because other people want to come after me and stuff. But GLRC has, you know, has the management things to impose on 1 or 2 people and stuff, because I know we were talking about that earlier. GLRC does have that authority. It's under the tribal plan, intertribal fishing zones. My next question is, when I read that piece earlier, the descent decree stipulation of the descent decree set harvest limits in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The stipulation had been in place for more than 6 years, so that 6 years don't put us to 2000. So what is this stipulation? This is my question on that. You know, that means for us to lock that down at a 450-pound limit, it must have happened 6 years ago, where we locked that number down. And I don't know what the stipulation is. I know I've been looking for it for close to 3 months now, and I haven't been able to find it.
That would be 6 years ago, you said?
Yeah, that's what the paperwork says.
2009?
7.
7? Can you answer his question?
I didn't bring it with me, but you could get it. It's a court order. When we negotiated to not have to live with a model generated quota for lake trout inland 1, 2, 3 because sea lamprey were above anything we know.
Okay.
And so after negotiating with the parties, they agreed upon this resolution, went to federal court, and that's what we call a stipulation.
So where did Schwager go? Did he leave?
Heard you were gonna retire.
So he can get that information.
He's good at it. Well, we could, yeah, I mean, either Aaron can get it to you or
It's up to you.
it's a public document.
Right.
Because why I'm asking this is because at the 450,000, that is the very lowest number they can give us. At 450,000. See, I know we're really arguing about this and that, because why we're arguing it, we look at it, it's more easier for us to raise that number a little bit, because at one time our numbers were higher. You know, and I know sometimes we're abrasive about how this is and that, but our numbers were higher. We lowered the numbers to that and this stuff, and that's why we're so abrasive when it comes to this issue. And I know, you know, sometimes it's argumentative and everything, and I am sorry about that, but that's why.
So do you want it emailed or mailed to you, or?
I can just call up or have Denise or Darcy get it for me.
Yeah, you can get it to me, I'll get
Okay, so Aaron, can you get it to Denise?
It,
The stipulation. Is that 2007?
Yeah.
April 4th, 2007.
Okay.
My next thing is about this co-captain thing. Back in 2007 when we did this, there was a reason why our committee did this and the board of directors voted on this. It eluded everybody today, and it kind of surprises me. In 2007, when this got passed because of the license what weren't being used. This is why we went into the co-captain issue, because we wanted to get the other license into the fishery. This is why this all come about. It wasn't where one guy was supposed to come out and try to monopolize something, because in all reality, the one guy, he is buying the licenses, he is buying the boats, but he's still hiring people to run these, so we can, we're actually bringing new people into the fishery. It wasn't because of this or this or this. This is why the board and the committee at the time, why they did this. It was to get the non-active licenses into the industry. And because the Sioux Tribe at the time, we don't issue new licenses because we got a cap from 2000. This is how the board and the committee wanted to get new fishermen into the industry. This is why this all came about. And the thing about it, it's the old adage, good intentions, and later on, and then it ended up biting us because of this trout issue, because we need to get these trout issues up, our numbers up higher. And I think we can do it because of the lamprey eels. The lamprey eels, the fish are getting counted twice, because the lamprey eel are killing them, and then, and then that's getting counted over here, and then when we catch that scarred fish, it's getting counted again. See, that's got to be in our equation. The next thing when it comes to this, we really got to sit down and have a real discussion about gut weight on our fish. And on top of that tactic is, the next thing is our throwback. Right now, the state of Michigan with the hook and line industry is at 15%. If they're at 15%, that means we're probably going to be at 30%. If we're at 30% and you add 25%, gut weight, we're up to 55% before we even start fishing. So, we're losing 55% of our catch long before we start on our quota of 450,000 or 360 what we got now, or 402 if we go over our 15% again. I'm really trying to work because I know when it comes to Tom and these guys, they are having a hard time because there is 4 other tribes involved. If it was just us involved, yes, we could sit up here and probably have something on. But there is 4 other tribes involved, and I understand the difficulty what our chairman's having, what our chairman of our committee, and our biologist. I understand where you guys are coming from, because you got the other tribes who don't have the licenses like the Sioux Tribe does, and it creates a rip. And I understand that better than anybody. I've been involved in this industry all my life. But how we're going to get around it and stuff, my guess is as good as your guess. But I know we got to start working with them other tribes, however we can, because together we can get stuff done. Divide it, this is what happens. We're at each other's throat, and at the end of the day, nothing is getting done. The only thing that's happening, our fisheries being hurt. We ain't putting the time what we need to be putting on our exotics. The exotic is a big issue. We touched a little bit on it today. I would like to see, because when it comes down to it, the EPA is the one that's given the permit to the steamboats for their ballast water. It's not them doing it. The EPA is the one giving the permit to them to do this. Now maybe we can work that into our advantage, I don't know. But it's something that, our lawyers need to start taking a really good look at. And I know John's, when you worked with the state, I imagine that was an issue too. But like I said, thank you for your time. And I know these are trying issues, and my biggest thing right now when it comes to fishery, we cannot afford no more regulations. We're regulated to death. We're told how, when, and where and how. It's time to turn the page on this stuff, where we can all get along and make this easier for everybody. That's my personal feeling on it.
Thank you. I appreciate your approach tonight, too.
Well, we're learning.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Wade.
Congratulations to it.
Okay. Yours is- Okay, Janet. And then we'll, Maddie, we have a room on this over here that we're gonna go to.
My first one is for John Wernett, a legal update on our lawsuits. Making any headway?
John Ornett, General Counsel. No news.
No news.
No news is good news. The big issue is still the Lansing lawsuit. The judge has had our motion to dismiss under advisement since June. We're expecting a decision at any time. We're just waiting for that decision. No developments in the Greektown case. We're getting ready to file our final motion to dismiss. We've been successful so far. And that's pretty much it.
Belfie case. It's not our
Well,
case.
that's not our case, but the Belfie case was dismissed last week by the federal judge on the grounds of standing.
Good, thanks, John.
Mr. Conley, how much is in Land's claim? That would be my question for that.
Bill Conley, Tribal CFO. In the interest checking account at $1,881,000. The investment account, $6,019,486. And the regular checking, $10,472 for a total of $7,910,977.
Paybacks for $12.3 million in Greektown.
No principal.
No principal has been paid. Thank you. And my last one is thank you to the board of directors for getting me the release for the investigation. It's deeply appreciated. And on my last note, congratulations, Aaron, on your appointment from President Obama.
Thank you. Okay, we now have one closed one for Eddie, so we're gonna go to the side room.